All right, I'm going to go ahead and start again. Thank you all so much. Happy New Year for being with us today. And with ABC has been so gracious enough to join us, and she's going to show us how to select your cookie booth. And as you all know, this Thursday, you will be able to select your first 5 cookie booths in your service unit. So take it away, Ann. You're on mute, Ann.
I had to find the right button to unmute. Okay, all right. There we go. Okay, thanks everybody for joining tonight. This is really a very easy process, and I would also encourage you again to remember Aggie's recording this presentation, but there's also a video on the ABC Smart Cookies site that shows you how to select a booth, but it's really quite easy. You would log into your account in Smart Cookies, and let me just find my troop that I'm going to log in as tonight. So here we are on our troop dashboard. Everything related to booths is under booths. So what you're going to look at first is just to show you how to schedule a booth, and then we'll talk a little bit about if you need to cancel a booth, where you can find your reservations, some different reports that you can look at. But to schedule booths is very easy. You log on to booth and schedule booths. And the banner at the top of the page here will show you what session is open, and it will tell you any of the details about that. Again, remember, this is a training site, so I'm not using the live one. As Aggie said, you'll be able to choose 5 locations. If you click on the banner, it would show you any additional reservations that are coming up and what the dates are, when they open and when they close, and how many reservations you're able to get in each session. So just so that is a place where you can always go to find out when is the next, session opening. So once it's open, you're in, you can look at, these are all the booths that are available in your council, but you may not want to look at every single booth. You may want to filter them. So it's very easy to filter. You can go to filter by zip code, and let's say you're willing and you're wanted to do it in your own service unit. So you might choose to do a service unit that's within your area. So I'll just put one in here, and if I hit apply, now you'll notice that I've just got 2 locations that are within that filter. So very easy to choose. If you want to narrow your search down. You can also narrow it down by a date. Well, I only want to look at, booths that are open on Saturday, February 12th. And if you hit apply there, any of these booth locations that are shown at that point have at least 1 time slot available on February 12th. So again, super easy to use filters. And again, there's date, time, zip code, the type. If it's a premium booth, I don't know, Aggie, if you have any premium booths, but premiums would be ones that are set aside for the council as, usually highly desired booths, and some councils do use premium.
Yes, we do. Our premiums are the Walmart, neighborhood Walmarts, and Sam's Club.
Okay, and so they will tell you when they've set up their preferences how many of your reservations can be premium. So for instance, in my training site, I have it set up that the troop could choose up to 3 total reservations, and of those 3, 1 of them can be premium. So and the reason for that is just to really have everybody get the, everybody who has an opportunity to get the prime sites first, and then later on anything that's open usually is open back up. So once you know where you want to go to choose a booth, you click on the actual location, and a calendar will pop up, and it will tell you any of the dates. Now, I didn't set up dates for more than 1 month, but if there was more than 1 month, it would have an arrow, and you could go over to the next month. It's a little hard to see when you're not live, but any of the dates that have they're highlighted in blue, that means that they have a date available or a time slot available. So you would just click on the date, and as soon as you do that, it shows you that you can select your appointment time, and you just click on that and click save, and immediately it lets you know that you've successfully requested that first come, first served booth. if I go back now to my reservations, I would see for my troop, here is the booth that I got. I got the booth at the Publix. It was first come, first serve, and it's going to stay on my reservation list. I also immediately get, and just to show you what happens, you get a email letting you know that you have reserved the booth. So let me just show you that real quick. I'll pop down to my emails. I have a couple saved for time for today. So you will get, the person and the troop contacts will get an email that says your troop has a booth sale. It tells you the time and date, the location. If there were any notes in that booth location, like for instance, you can only set up at the door facing Main Street or something like that, it would be in the body of the email. And this will give you a record that you have the that booth for that time slot. It also reminds you if you need to cancel your booth to follow council instructions. I'm actually going to show you how to cancel a booth. So again, just to go back to schedule a booth, pick the location, pick the date, pick the time, and save. And since this has a total of 3, let's just show you if I picked one more, picked another one. And if I try to pick another one on the 26th and 4 p.m. and save, you're going to see that the message comes up that the maximum number of booths has been reached. So you can't go over the number, the limit set by the council. Now, what happens if you want to cancel a booth? You just go to My Reservations. All of your reservations will be listed. You just scroll over. There's a little gray bar, pop up to it, click over, and it says you can, this is where you can use the Smart Booth Divider, which we're going to go over in another webinar a little later, where you can post your sales. And I really encourage you to use the Smart Booth Divider. It will give you an opportunity to say how many boxes you sold by variety and divide them up among the girls in one fell swoop. And the great thing about that is it starts to build a database for the future, so that there's a report in Smart Cookies that says, you know, at the Harris Teeter on the first Sunday of the sale or on a particular date, this is how many boxes were sold. So it gives some historical data for the future. But if you needed to remove the reservation, you just click remove, and you answer that yes, you want it to delete forever. And now it's gone from your reservation list. Again, an email will be generated. And the email will actually tell you who deleted the booth. So if you deleted your own, it's like, you know, you're going to know that you deleted it, but you will get an email confirmation. But in some cases, there have been things in the past, doesn't happen very often, where maybe the council has to cancel your booth because maybe the store, I actually had this happen one year, the store burned down. And so they couldn't have the booth sales there anymore. So the council went in and closed and canceled all those reservations for those troops, but they got a notification that the council had done that. Of course, they sent a message as well, but it would let you know who canceled your booth. And a couple other things just to let you know, we talked about the confirmation email and how to delete. There's a couple reports that you might want to look at when you're getting ready to make your selections. And they're both under booths, so it's a current report under booths. You might want to look at your available booth summary. So you can go to that report, and if you want to look at a particular location rather than, you know, clicking on it and seeing what dates are, you could click on the location and view the report, and that one doesn't show us any. So let me go start with February 1st through February 27th and review the report. They don't have any locations. But this report, once it's up and running, will let you know any of the things that has. I don't know why it's not giving me any data right now, but this would give you data on any of the booth things that are actually, I think in Excel, it'll pop up. Let's go back here. And I'll put it up over on my other screen. No, it still didn't come up. So there must be, I must have not put enough sites in. But there is that report available.
It looks like your date range was wrong.
Okay. It should have come up with, I had dates set up for 22, so I'm not sure why it wouldn't come up. There we go. Thank you for correcting that. So there you would be able to see all of the different time slots that are available and the date if you wanted to look at it this way rather than looking at just searching through that way. So those reports are available. There's also, you can do another report that is that you can pull is your book booth summary. And that would tell you all of the locations. If you wanted to get that in if you were a service unit person, you wanted to know all of the ones that were booked, or as a troop, you could get a listing of your locations. You might want to send that to all your girls and let them know that that's all the locations that you have booked for the sale. So that's basically how you choose booths. Again, go to booths, schedule booths. Aggie, do you allow troop secured booths?
Yes, but we don't do it through here. If those would go through Ashley, and Ashley would do it on the back end and have them reserved already.
Okay, great. So anyway, that's basically how you do booths for this evening. If there's any other questions that I can answer, I'd be happy to do that.
If you all have any answers, you can unmute yourself and ask, or put it in the chat box and I will read them for Anne. And if not, thank you so much for joining us today. You're more than welcome to log off. And we, as soon as we're done with this recording, we will post it on our GSESC website, where we have the other recordings that Anne has already done for us.
When do we send in information for, let's say, mom and pop booths?
You just need to get the form from your service unit cookie chair. They already have them. And then you would send it to Ashley.
Send it to Ashley?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm just wondering, you know, we have 3 different dates for the booth selection. So does that mean that your dates when you're selecting are limited, or how is it different each date when you get to go in there and do the booth selections?
Good question, Abby. So we do 3 rounds of cookie booths. Well, it's really 2 rounds, because the last one is open and it won't close. So the first round, you are allowed to select 5 booths in your service unit. 2 of those can be premium. Those are the ones that Anne was telling you, well, that Anne had said, we put those rules in there, which are the Walmart, neighborhood Walmarts, or Sam's Club. So the first selection is, somebody asked, 7 p.m. this Thursday. And then it'll be, so you'll have 24 hours. That's what's really important, is you have 24 hours to select 5 booths in your service unit. If there are no booths in your service unit, then we really need to contact your service unit cookie chair and ask if they need help. I will be honest with you, Ashley has not received many booths at all. So if there aren't any for your service unit, then you would have to wait until the following Thursday for the second round of cookie booths, which would also be 7 p.m. And you would have an additional 24 hours to select. And then at that time we open, I'm so sorry, but I don't have that date on me. And I just got home, so I apologize. But the day we open it for everybody, you select as many as your heart desire in any location, any city, doesn't matter if they're premiums or not. If it's available on that day that it's open for everybody. Marjorie, do you have that date? I know you're listening. When it's open to everyone.
I want to say it's either the 17th or the 19th, but those are Wednesdays. 20th. That's either Monday or Wednesday. I thought
it was the 20th also. Somebody
it's the 20th.
It is probably the 20th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. And then Glenna, you asked if the booth reservations are for booth or just an individual. I think you meant troop or individual. This is for both. So first I would take care of the troop though. Get your troop booths first. And then like Anne showed you, once it's open to everybody, print that report out, send it to your parents, and let them know, say, hey, this is what's available. I need to know as soon as possible so I can reserve it for you. You're welcome, Glenna. Any other questions? Nope, doesn't seem that way. All right, well, let's give it one more minute. If you want to unmute yourself and ask a question, you may do so. You have the expert right here, Miss Ann, in front of you. And if not, you can go ahead and log off. Hey, South Strand.
Aggie, this is Dorinda. What's going to be the time frame for the booth sales?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
What are going to be the time frame for us to stand for the booth sale? Are they going to be in 2-hour increments or 3-hour increments? Do you know?
It depends on the location, because sometimes they only give us 2 hours. Sometimes they give us, it just depends on the hours that they give us.
Okay.
So each of them will be different. Or for the most part, we like to do the 3 hours, but some will be 2 hours. South Strand, you get my notes? You're welcome.
Hey, Aggie, it's my whole service unit here. Quick question. Did you say that the times for the booth sales are going to differ this year?
Yes, they're always different. So it depends on the store. So some stores, like on a Thursday or a Monday, like usually during the week, let's say they'll give us 2 hours. They'll say 5 to 7 or 4 to 6. So if they give us only those hours, then that's all we put. But if they want to give us like 4 to 7, 4 to 8, we will be putting them in depending on what the store tells us.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. Thank you all very, very much.
Aggie,
if you, yes,
I have one question. I just want
go
to.
ahead.
I just had a question. It's not booth related, but it's a question about the cookie share on when people order through the app.
Okay.
Is that the cookie share is the military donation, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to confirm that.
Yes, it's our care Cookies for a Cause.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's try this again. Let's go ahead and end it. And we will go ahead and be posting this on our website, hopefully by tomorrow. Thank you so much, Anne.
Thank you. And I look forward to our next one. I think we're going to go over Smart Cookies basics. So we'll have a good one then.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Thank you, Anne.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good night. Be safe.